January is all about fresh starts, and it's a great time to swap out the skincare products weighing your skin down in favor of a routine scientifically proven to transform your skin at the cellular level. Something today's sponsor, OneSkin, knows all about. Their products are powered by OS1, which is a proprietary peptide the four founders, who were all skin longevity scientists, developed after testing 900 other peptides. And it's scientifically proven to switch off the aging dysfunctional cells that cause lines, wrinkles, and thinning skin. Hello, I have all of those things. Not only that, OneSkin's products are packed with nourishing ingredients that I cannot pronounce to naturally boost your collagen, reduce inflammation, and protect skin from environmental stressors while being totally free of irritants like sulfates and fragrance. Are you ready to detox your routine, improve your skin health, and look your best? Head over to oneskin.co and use code Pink Shade at checkout for an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. Y'all know I've been using OneSkin, the face topical supplement and the eye topical supplement for a long time. I use both of these things first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I put it on my bare face because if you have other things you just love and you don't want to get rid of, that's fine. You put OneSkin on under it and then whatever you want on top. It's made a huge difference, you guys. It's because of that collagen boosting thing they've got in there. I don't know how it works. I just know it works. OneSkin was founded by and is led by an all-woman team of skin longevity scientists. OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS1 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self. Get 15% off with code PINKSHADE at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code PINKSHADE. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and say we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future self will thank you. Hey y'all, this is part 2 of a 2-part episode. Part 1 will already be in your feed. We had so much fun, we just had to cut it into 2 parts for you guys. Enjoy. Mm-hmm. All right, so Sean goes, okay, everybody, we're going to come back to these two later, and we will be talking about Jill. Nobody worry. Okay, quick break. Okay, so Vanya is talking to Tiger Lily in the hall, and she goes, so, I've been to Jordan. I'm so interested to hear about your journey and your marriage and everything. But it's interesting to me because you talked about being in a controlling marriage before, and then you married Adnan on the first day. And Tiger Lily laughs.
Anya is trying to deprogram Tiger Lily and save her from the cult.
She is. And Tiger Lily goes, I know. That was so different. And Adnan walks up and he goes, what are you talking about? Jesus. And now, when I watched it the second time, I thought, okay, he was trying to be funny, but he wasn't.
I don't think he is. No,
he wasn't.
Because he said the same thing when he left the stage and she came off the stage. What did you say? What did you say about me?
And he goes, what are you talking about? And they both sort of laugh. And he looks at Vanya and goes, let me find an Arabic guy for you. I have 14 brothers. We thought he had 5 brothers, but did the dad have like 10 more kids with that other person? I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. Mm-hmm.
And she goes, oh, I don't know, Adnan, because I wouldn't be able to cover up like Tiger Lily. Like, this is it. Legs, cleavage. This is me. And he goes, oh, sparkly everywhere. Looking at me. Like you like to get attention. And he does a little dance. And thank you. Bless Caitlin, our social media person that also does Matt and Jake, because Matt was like, okay, you got to clip that. And they call him Miss Non. And they said Miss Non is a stunt queen. Yeah. And then every time they showed the picture of the back of his head, Kimberly, I'm like, Cruz hates him and cut his hair like that. It looks.
Is it like balding or just so thin on the back, or was that a cut?
It's like a cut. It is like a bowl cut, right? So it's like super thin up the neck in a circle fashion, and then it's thicker at the top, and then he's got a little bald spot, but Cruz hates him. Are you looking at the picture that I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cruz hates him. Cruz cuts his hair and was like, I'm going to make this mofo look ridiculous on television.
Oh, yeah, it is really.
So I would love to hear what Cruz and Shay have to say about the way he's acting on this.
Mm-hmm.
So he dances around and Tiger Lily says, I'm going to go upstairs, baby, to do my makeup or something. And he goes, okay, I'll go with you. And Vanya goes, why don't you just stay and talk to me? And we get the whole thing of he goes, no, for what reason? And Tiger Lily tries to like explain it. She goes, no, like it just in his culture, he's not allowed to stay and talk with a woman, just like I'm not allowed to stand and talk to a man. Tiger Lily's trying to make excuses for what this reason is.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, for what reason? I would have to cover my eyes. She goes, okay, you can turn around, but we could talk. And he goes, no, for what reason? Why? Why would I talk to you? She goes, okay, you don't want to talk to me. That's fine. I don't want to talk to you either.
Jeez.
And Vanya says he's very demeaning, very condescending. Also, he can dish it out, but he can't take it.
Yeah.
And what I took from that is women have nothing valid to say in conversation. So why would I even talk to you?
Yeah.
So they get back to the stage and Sean goes, so I heard something happened backstage with Adnan and Vanya. Vanya, can you tell us what happened? It was 4 minutes ago.
I want to be one of the spies that just hangs out backstage and then feeds it to Sean.
Yeah. Because she knows nothing.
She's in her dressing room. She's like, get me away from these people during break.
When is that check going to clear, TLC?
Yeah.
And Vanya says, no, it's just like he didn't want to have a conversation with me alone, but there were other people around. We weren't alone. There was literally a cameraman there.
Yeah.
And a guy with a boom
and a
mic.
crew guy. Yeah.
And a crew guy. And Tiger Lily goes, let me explain. He just doesn't like to talk to the women by himself. And he goes, what would be the reason for me to talk to you? And then they go into this whole thing about being respectful of their marriage. And that's how they're respectful of their marriage, to never talk alone. And she goes, if I was talking to Adnan and Joey and Adnan had to walk away, I would not stay there talking to Joey. And Joey goes, okay, but like, what if I was in your house and we were having a conversation and you had to get up to go to the bathroom? She couldn't sit there and talk to me? And he goes, no, not on the first meeting. Okay. But if I got comfortable around you and my family, then it would be okay. What do you, in the 14 seconds it takes you to go pee, you're not allowed. That's crazy.
They could just start banging.
They could just start banging real quick.
Yeah.
It's wild because you have to think about, what if the gardener comes to their house, or like the guy that's there to fix the heater, the HVAC guy, the postman, any male that comes to the home? Does she have to hide inside and not allowed to speak to them?
I guess.
What if like the AC has to be fixed? He has to be home to talk to the AC guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not allowed to talk to him. Because
she is so tempting as a woman. And so she's like a temptress. And all women are evil and tempting, and the forbidden fruit and Garden of Eden and everything.
All that.
Yeah. I know that's Christianity, but like it's the whole thing. Yeah. So, and the onus is on them. So they just need to stay away, because men can't be taught to just control themselves.
No. The women have to just cover themselves at the toe. Yeah. All right. Vea and s7e. The time in South Africa ended with s7e planning to come to America. They were engaged. And she says, we really struggled when I got back to America over his dad and all that stuff. And then we broke up and we didn't speak very often. s7e had how many, like 2 times? And so s7e says, and I found out she was seeing someone. Everybody's like, oh. And she goes, okay, I went on a date with one guy. Oh, did something happen? No, nothing happened. We just went to Disney, which is where I got this hairdo.
Did I not call that she was a Disney adult?
Totally. And she goes, we just went to Disney and then we went separate ways. And they're like, did you kiss or anything? She goes, no, it's like no kiss, no nothing. It's just like we went to Disney and that was it. And he says he knew she went on a date, but he didn't quite understand it until he saw the messages on Snapchat a month later. Now, so did he log into her Snapchat and look at her messages, or did she screenshot her conversations on Snapchat with the date? That wasn't clear. So, and she goes, and the problem is, it was who the guy was. Oh, bum, 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 bum. They go to commercial. Oh my God, is it going to be Rory?
Yeah.
It's like, it was my dog walker. The guy that walks my dog.
Gasping. And I was like, why are we gasping?
It's the dog walker.
Why does that make it worse?
It was just a guy that she met that asked her on a date. And she goes, but we got back together. We've been back together for months and everything is better than ever. Like my heart is with s7e. And no one asked for it, but if here comes fucking Adnan chiming in. And he says to s7e, what's wrong with you, s7e? Be controlling like Adnan. And s7e goes, If I was like you, I would be destroying my relationship and I want to build my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And Adnan goes, oh, showing your jealousy, manly jealousy. You're jealousy about your woman. You want to change her to the right way, Sonny. And Vea is going, so that's not really true because he's not really jealous. And she's talking in that voice and he is yelling over her.
Yeah.
Adnan is yelling over her.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonny says, I have jealousy, but I can't let it kill me. And Adnan says, it didn't kill you when she was talking to that other guy. And Sonny goes, Adnan, I've invested 2 years in this relationship and we're engaged. And why would I freak out and kill our 2-year love story that I've built up? Sonny is like making the most sense.
Absolutely.
And Sean goes, okay, well, this brings up a good question. Can men and women be friends with exes or neighbors? And Brian goes, dog walkers. And is this the reason Adnan doesn't want there to be any friendships between men and women? And Brian goes, yeah, I mean, I see that because you could be around a woman and you could start looking into the eyes and it could open up a window into some shit. Huh? So here's where I noticed they pan over to Niles and he has headphones dangling around his neck.
Oh.
And then later when they went back to him, he had them in, but they were, I have some here, like it somewhere. They're wireless. So they just wrap around the back of the head, but they're thin like these, like little earbuds, but they're wireless and they're black. And so you couldn't see them. And then I meant to look if everybody else had them so that when, for example, Ingrid was being translated, they could all get the translation. Or if it was just for Niles, because because Matilda and Mr. Ark were speaking in their language.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2, because this noise is so much for him. Sensory that he put him in his ears.
Yeah.
But otherwise, how would people understand Ingrid? Unless there was an interpreter standing there saying the words she said out loud to all of them.
Right. That's a good question.
Why have we never thought about this before?
I don't know. I think I just assumed there was someone there translating.
Standing and saying, yeah.
Standing there, and they just cut out that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was interested about Niles' headphones, and I was wondering if it was like a sensory thing. And so if that's so good for him, he's taking care of himself.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I wish I could have anytime Adnan was talking.
Me too. Like it's a mute button.
Mm-hmm.
So Vanya says, most of my friends are male, and they are just friends. And Niles says, if it doesn't exist in you to cheat, you're not going to cheat. Which I thought was a pretty good point. If you're not that kind of person, then you're not that kind of person.
Yeah.
And Adnan says, and you were able to be friends in the future with a sexy female and boom, she moves your feelings and you'll be praying to sleep with her.
But like,
what?
Like with Vanya, for example, I guarantee you at least half of her male friends do probably want to sleep with her. But what is
the other half are gay? And the other half are gay.
And the other half are gay. But like, if she doesn't want to sleep with them, then she doesn't have to. It won't happen.
It seems to me that Adnan might be the one that can't keep it in his pants. I mean,
I agree.
So Niles says, just because one person is out of control doesn't mean the other person is out of control. I think he's like, just because you feel that way doesn't mean I am not allowed to speak to women at my job.
Mm-hmm.
You know? All right. So Sonny and Vea, you have reunited. What does the future look like? He says that his visa is expiring in a couple of months in South Africa. So he's going back to Bangladesh and he's going to be there a long time waiting out when he gets his visa to come to America approved. And she will be coming there to visit him.
Okay.
It's interesting. He says he'll stay there until his visa in Bangladesh, till his visa is approved, and then he'll go to the States. They have submitted all the paperwork to the lawyer, but he now owes $1,500. That's what's left that they owe. So I don't know if he owes her $1,500, but she's paid for it in advance. But they've submitted everything to the lawyer, so
good.
It's in motion. I don't know if these two are going to make it or not, but they've grown on me, so I kind of hope they do.
Yeah, they've grown on me.
So Adnan raises his hand to ask a question. And he says to Sonny, I see you having sex before marriage. And Sonny goes, yeah, that's true. I did the wrong thing. And Vea goes, yeah, but if you don't want to be a strict Muslim, you don't have to be a strict Muslim. And he yells at her, what is that bullshit you're saying from your mouth? This is the most worst thing in Allah. You can't change it. Just say it. I'm an atheist.
He was screaming. It scared me.
And Vanya goes, oh my God, stop yelling.
Yeah.
Which I loved. And Sonny goes, okay, let me talk. I am human and we all do wrong things. Adnan's continuing to yell over him. And finally, Vea goes, Adnan, let him talk. Just be quiet. And I'm sure he's like, oh, all these lippy women.
Mm-hmm.
And s7e says, with my God, I can ask for forgiveness. And I do religion for myself, which is the way everybody should do religion. You do it for what serves you.
Yeah.
And Adnan yells again and goes, oh, how is that you changed the Allah religion? And s7e yells back, let me answer, Adnan. If you want my answer, you let me talk. I loved it.
I love it.
And he says, I do religion for myself, not for other people. And yes, I made a mistake. And I talk to my Allah and I give him a second, and he gives me a second chance to figure it out. And Adnan goes, I did not touch Tiger Lily. I did not make sex with her until we were married. And Vea goes,
it was like 2 hours that you met her and you
barely,
and you got married.
Barely. And Vea says, yeah, but how you live your life is not how we choose to live ours. And Adnan says, well, if you don't follow the rules, then you're not Muslim. And you know you cannot get married with her when she doesn't believe in nothing. And Vanya goes, I was under the impression that when you and Tiger Lily got married, she was not Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, that's right. She's Christian. She believes in Jesus.
What?
And they all go, you understand that's the same thing. That's the exact same thing. One is Christian, one is Muslim. You were Christian. She's Christian. You're Muslim. That's the same thing. They're all explaining this to him. And Tiger Lily goes, oh, we thought she was atheist. Vea loses her mind and goes, what? Why are you attacking us? No. You're not going to tell me I don't believe in fucking Jesus. It was hilarious. The Pillow Talk people really like that too.
Yeah, because she's fully taking the Lord's name in vain with an F.
Yes.
F-U in there. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not super religious, but even I wouldn't say that. It's pretty bad. And Adnan goes, religion thing, it's not a game, guys. It's not a game. And so they're all just looking at him. And so Tiger Lily asks s7e, do you want Vea to convert? And he says, no, not right now because she doesn't want to, but I will teach her. And in time, she will learn about the peace of the religion and she will do it automatically.
No.
And Vea goes, yeah, except for no, I'm never going to do that. And he goes, listen, I can't change her mind in a day. I need time. And she goes, okay, listen, we've discussed this. We've already figured it out. I'm not going to convert. We already work fine together. Okay. And he goes, for now. And she goes, babe, no, we'll talk about it later. So Vanya says, okay, what if she wanted you to convert to her religion? Good point, Vanya.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. And he goes, no, because what I believe makes me happy. And Vanya goes, right, but what she believes makes her happy. So why is your happiness more valid than hers?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, because I am the man here.
Yeah.
Adnan was very happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Adnan was happy with that. He laughs. He's like, huh. And Adnan says, she knows that her children must be Muslim. She knows. And Vea says, listen, the only thing I hope for my children is that they grow up learning about religion. And I think we both believe in God. And it's so like we're both striving for the same thing. Magda wakes up and chimes in. We don't know where she's been, but all of a sudden she's like, whoa. And she goes, it sounds like he won't change his mind about religion, but thinks that you will change your mind for him. And Tiger Lily goes, no, like you shouldn't convert for s7e. In Islam, you can't do it for the wrong reasons. Adnan has never forced it on me. No, he's never forced it on you.
He's trying to force it on Vea. Like,
so Adnan's okay as long as you believe in something, as long as you are Pentecostal or Jewish. If you are anything, he's fine with it as long as you believe in something. And they were under the impression Vea was atheist. Why?
She's never her a heathen.
She's never said that.
She has said she's wary of like organized religions
because what she's been through.
Yeah.
Also, if she is atheist, that's her business.
As long as she's a good person.
It doesn't matter. She didn't say, oh, we thought she was a devil worshiper. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. I really wish Adnan's mom had been at this reunion.
Please let her come. Please let her come.
Like if she could watch his behavior.
She would snatch him up by that back of that bald head, take
That
him out of
goes
there.
against everything she told Tiger Lily, like how she believes a man should behave.
I agree.
The
So
way he was
let's,
yelling at Niles, the way he was yelling at Vanya and Vea,
I agree. I
and his
agree.
thoughts on religion, like everything is not what she. Oh,
Yeah.
come in,
So
Mama.
I think she's going to, could we, like, again, we have 4 more hours, Kimberly.
Yeah.
So 4 more hours. So, y'all, let's talk about therapy. I've had so many good experiences with therapists in my life. Therapy has helped me get through tough experiences in my personal life as well as in my working life. And sometimes you feel like you have nothing to talk to your therapist about, but then something always comes up and you walk away feeling better. You know, finding a therapist you trust shouldn't be complicated or cost you a fortune, and that's why today's sponsor, Rula, was formed. Rula connects you with high quality, vetted, licensed medical health professionals that are suited for you. And here's the best part, they take most major insurance plans. That means instead of paying hundreds out of pocket, you could pay as little as $15 per session. The great thing about Rula is they support you every step of the way, from finding a therapist to scheduling your sessions to tracking your progress to dealing with the insurance. They make it happen. Getting started is easy. They ask you a few questions about what you're looking for in a therapist, like what's your insurance, what type of care are you looking for, and your preferences. And from there, Rula will match you with an in-network provider who will fit your criteria. You can book your first session as much as like the next day. So right now I'm in between therapists, so I checked out Rula, and it's a great website. It's easy breezy to use. And what I like is, first, the help with the insurance part, and second, Rula makes sure their providers are carefully screened and vetted, and they monitor the quality of their care, and Rula helps you monitor your progress as well. Also, most online therapy programs focus on connecting clients with licensed therapists, but they often fall short when it comes to help with medication management. Rula has a wide range of licensed professionals, including psychiatrists, who will help you get the care you need. Rula is the place to go for your mental health care, even if you're not sure exactly what you need. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to rula.com/pinkshade to get started today. That's Rula, RULA.com/pinkshade. After you sign up, they'll say, "Hey, where'd you hear about us?" Make sure to support our show and say Pink Shade sent you. So you're going to go to Rula.com, RULA.com/pinkshade, and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who cares. January is all about fresh starts, and it's a great time to swap out the skincare products weighing your skin down in favor of a routine scientifically proven to transform your skin at the cellular level, something today's sponsor, OneSkin, knows all about. Their products are powered by OS1, which is a proprietary peptide the four founders, who were all skin longevity scientists, developed after testing 900 other peptides. And it's scientifically proven to switch off the aging dysfunctional cells that cause lines, wrinkles, and thinning skin. Hello, I have all of those things. Not only that, OneSkin's products are packed with nourishing ingredients that I cannot pronounce to naturally boost your collagen, reduce inflammation, and protect skin from environmental stressors while being totally free of irritants like sulfates and fragrance. Are you ready to detox your routine, improve your skin health, and look your best? Head over to oneskin.co and use code Pink Shade at checkout for an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. Y'all know I've been using OneSkin, the face topical supplement and the eye topical supplement, for a long time. I use both of these things first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I put it on my bare face because if you have other things you just love and you don't want to get rid of, that's fine. You put OneSkin on under it and then whatever you want on top. It's made a huge difference, you guys. It's because of that collagen boosting thing they've got in there. I don't know how it works. I just know it works. OneSkin was founded by and is led by an all-woman team of skin longevity scientists. OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS1 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self. Get 15% off with code PINKSHADE at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code PINKSHADE. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and say we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future self will thank you. Okay, so Sunny, we saw the tension between you and your father because of Vea. And how's it going with your dad? And he says, oh, if we talk about business, everything's fine. But it's tense between us because he hasn't given the blessing. So we don't have a close relationship like we did. Oh, or how about the 10 years that he'd left the family? Did you have a close relationship then? Sonny says, but my father will come back around because in our religion, we don't disown people. I don't think that's correct.
Is that true? That's not what we've seen.
It's not what we've seen and heard when we've seen people.
I'm happy to hear that.
I'm happy to hear that in his family, they don't do that. And he's just saying.
That's not what his dad said either. His dad was like, I don't ever want to see you again.
I will disown you. Don't let me see that you and your eyebrow ever again.
Yeah.
So Vea says, they're all like, Vea, God, when you met with the dad, you should have just covered your tattoos and just powered through that one meeting, which, and she goes, yeah, I know. If I had to go back, I'd do things differently. And I look forward to the future when his father will accept us. She's still being really nice about it.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, yeah, he's a complete asshole and it's terrible that he's disowning his son, Yeah.
She was like, no, I could have done things differently.
And she goes, and I would, nice. And I look forward to a future when the dad will accept him. And Sonny also says one day if they ever have kids, it's like that's when the dad will accept them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So Sonny goes, I'm in love, and I'm blind to that. And I know my dad will accept us when we're having kids. Adnan goes, oh, I feel so bad because your dad is just following the religion the right way and he's following God. And Sonny, you're the one doing something wrong. And you'll continue your life with the cheating and you're showing. And she goes, did you say cheating? Vea, all of a sudden, that Mickey Mouse voice is gone.
Uh-huh.
And those ponytails are swinging.
Uh-huh. She's like activated.
She goes, did you say cheating? Where are you getting cheating? Who said cheating? And he goes, dog babysitter. And Vea and Tiger Lily too, both go, they were broken up. They were on a break.
Well, Tiger Lily's explaining it to him like he's dumb. And she's like, they were broken up during that time. Like, baby, you weren't listening.
Baby, they were broken up. And Adnan goes, yep, can't trust her. And then he does. And Vea goes, oh my God. And when Vea is yelling at him, he's doing the thing he did to Vanya.
Yeah.
Bobbing his head around. God, what a dick. All right. So Brian and Ingrid, when was the last time you saw each other? It was on the show that we saw it. And we find out that was the last time when they said goodbye at the airport. And Sean says, Ingrid, how do you feel about seeing him? She goes, it's fine now, especially because he has somebody new and can't bother me. And she laughs. So Sean says to Brian, do you still feel like she really wasn't committed to you? And he goes, well, obviously she was committed a little bit because I came over there, but she just wasn't ready for it all. She wasn't ready for like the wheelchair. And they're like, what do you mean? He goes, well, like if we're going along and I jumped a curb, she would freak out and be like, oh, like she was treating me like I was a 3-year-old boy, like her son. Like she would be scared, like she was being overprotective. And he goes, but I've been doing this 25 years, which is interesting because his thing was to be a girlfriend to me, you have to be able to understand my limitations and do certain things for me and take care of me. And she said, I don't want to treat you like a child. But now he's saying she was treating him like a child and nervous if he was like hopping over curbs.
He said, I'm looking for like a nurse and a mother. Like he said that, but then it's like he wants to be independent on his terms, but then also have someone help him all the time. Also, where did you get from she was overprotective of me in the wheelchair to she wasn't dedicated to the relationship and she was using me for a green card and to bring her children to America, which is what he said.
Yeah. None of this made sense.
No.
She was like, yeah, it made me nervous if we're going along and there's a curb and I'd be like,
Yeah, she'd get used to it though. Like, I'm sure in a couple of weeks she would totally not even notice. Had an eye. Yeah.
So Sean says, Brian went full steam ahead when Ingrid was pumping the brakes. Let's watch. We get that horrifying clip of the catheter in the shower. And do you know how I get the catheter on? That's the noise you heard. And then we have both of them sort of telling what happened. And Sean says, the about the oral sex part. Okay, so now we've jumped to that. And Sean says, Do you think that is more intimate than regular sex? And they're kind of getting everybody's opinion. And Vanya's like, yeah, like you haven't even like really even made out. You can't go straight to that. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe kind of agrees. And like, it might be different for a guy or whatever, but for a girl, like that's really, and Adnan says, why you do that, dress like that when you weren't going to do anything with him?
Oh my God.
And she goes, oh, my parents taught me, like, you don't ever hook up with somebody like right when you first meet them in the first week. And Tiger Lily goes, okay, so you go in there and like you show the lingerie and like, why show him like that? Like this is what you could have. Like, that's not a bikini. Like your cookie was falling out. And Ingrid says, a majority of women wear things like bikinis, including you, Tiger Lily. Because remember, Tiger Lily was mad about not getting to wear a bikini.
Absolutely. And also in Brazil, right?
Yeah, Brazil.
The women wear like full-on thongs on the beach every day.
Vanya's like, well, he brought her the lingerie and she wanted to make him happy by putting it on. It doesn't mean she has to go all the way. And he says, yeah, but before that night on the ride home, she was asking me to stop at a pharmacy that was clearly closed to buy condoms. And Tyler goes, oh, okay, well, then that is implying something's going to happen. And they asked Ingrid.
But then you didn't have a condom. So then she didn't want to. And oral sex is more intimate.
And they asked Ingrid if she did that. And she goes, yeah, I did do that. I don't remember if that was the same day. And Brian's like, I guarantee it was. And so Vanya says, okay, so you thought you were going to go all the way, but that's not an excuse to mistreat a woman. Thank you, Vanya.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vanya. And Sean says, you were too eager. And we see Ingrid going like, he was like,
Mm-hmm.
And Lauren goes, yeah, maybe you were too pushy.
And I do have to give Lauren props. I hate saying that, but he did raise his hand agreeing that for a woman, it is more intimate. Like,
yeah. And he says, yeah, Brian said, I can see where she wants to downplay it. But if you say stop for condoms and then you put on the lingerie and then you're asking me, put on the lotion here, put it these places. And then shit got hot. She sends the cameras out of the room. And then I got a hand to the face. And so I got in my wheelchair to cool things down, like in my underwear. And she'll deny this, but she came over and put her finger on my nose and said, I have a boyfriend.
She booped him. I still don't think
she booped him. And everybody goes, what? Oh my God, what? She had a boyfriend? And she goes, yes, that's true. In that moment, I said I had met someone. I didn't say boyfriend, but I was nervous.
I didn't understand this at all. So she did. I rewound it so many times. She did say, in the moment, I said I met someone.
Yeah. I think she was trying to say like, I don't feel good about this because I've met someone and I'm kind of conflicted.
Right.
And she goes, but the truth is I was nervous and things should have been more subtle and unfolded slowly on their own time. Like it went too fast. But she says, but I did not say I have a boyfriend.
I have blurted out I have a boyfriend several times. Just, it's like a knee-jerk reaction if someone is giving me attention that I don't want or asking me out and I'm not interested. Yeah. It's just like, I have a boyfriend. Yeah. I wonder if she had one of those moments.
Yeah, it could have been. And it can't be a language barrier because he's fluent.
Right.
So she says, if I had a boyfriend, I would never accept something like this. If, I was single and if I wasn't single, I wouldn't have given things to try with Brian. And they're all like, muy confuso. Okay.
Yeah. So, we're all very, I don't feel like we got to the bottom of that at all.
I don't either. But again, 4 more hours. Yeah. So,
but also Brian's lied about literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have to believe someone, I'm going to believe her.
Yeah. So Sean says, now, Ingrid, did you really have feelings for Brian or like, were you faking it like he said? And she goes, I had feelings for him. There was no boyfriend. I work in healthcare. So I know you can get STDs through oral sex. So I can't let someone do that if I don't know they're healthy. And everybody looks over at Lauren who's like, gonorrhea.
He's like, Team Ghana, I'm me, superhero.
You've seen him walking around Vegas with gonorrhea boy on his shirt.
Oh my God. I was joking.
Gonorrhea boy on his shirt. All over Vegas, people have taken pictures of him. Gonorrhea boy.
I can't even.
I wonder if the person that he worked
like gonorrhea man.
the person that he works for as a personal assistant or a butler probably really loves that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm here to pick up the prescriptions for my boss. Oh, don't mind my shirt. Um, anyway, when he says gonorrhea boy, Faith just looks real sad.
Oh God, because
Yeah.
he's making light of it, and it was really a hard thing for
Yeah.
her.
So now we bring out somebody who has an opinion on Brian. It's his daughter, Brianna. And have you been watching all this? What do you think? And she says, it's interesting to hear Ingrid's side of the story. And I feel like it was like a blind date to the extreme, not like
Hmm.
love. And they're like, well, what do you think about the situation? Did she lead him on or whatever? And she goes, no, I think my dad had higher hopes for it than what it was. Niles says, how old are you?
Yeah,
And Brianna says 32. And Niles says, so your daughter is 32 and Ingrid is 33. For me, that's weird.
yeah.
And everybody kind of agrees. And Brian goes, well, just hang out with me. And Brianna goes, yeah, it's not my first rodeo. Poor Brianna.
This should not be normal.
Mm-mm. But she's just, Brianna's horrified. She's horrified.
Yeah, but she's used to it because he's done this like 17 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, let's talk about therapy. I've had so many good experiences with therapists in my life. Therapy has helped me get through tough experiences in my personal life as well as in my working life. And sometimes you feel like you have nothing to talk to your therapist about, but then something always comes up and you walk away feeling better. Finding a therapist you trust shouldn't be complicated or cost you a fortune, and that's why today's sponsor, Rula, was formed. Rula connects you with high-quality, vetted, licensed medical health professionals that are suited for you. And here's the best part. They take most major insurance plans. That means instead of paying hundreds out of pocket, you could pay as little as $15 per session. The great thing about Rula is they support you every step of the way, from finding a therapist to scheduling your sessions to tracking your progress to dealing with the insurance. They make it happen. Getting started is easy. They ask you a few questions about what you're looking for in a therapist, like what's your insurance, what type of care are you looking for, and your preferences. And from there, Rula will match you with an in-network provider who will fit your criteria. You can book your first session as much as like the next day. So right now I'm in between therapists, so I checked out Rula, and it's a great website. It's easy breezy to use. And what I like is, first, the help with the insurance part, and second, Rula makes sure their providers are carefully screened and vetted, and they monitor the quality of their care, and Rula helps you monitor your progress as well. Also, most online therapy programs focus on connecting clients with licensed therapists, but they often fall short when it comes to help with medication management. Rula has a wide range of licensed professionals, including psychiatrists, who will help you get the care you need. Rula is the place to go for your mental health care, even if you're not sure exactly what you need. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to rula.com/pinkshade to get started today. That's Rula, RULA.com/pinkshade. After you sign up, they'll say, hey, where'd you hear about us? Make sure to support our show and say Pink Shade sent you. So you're going to go to Rula.com, RULA.com/pinkshade, and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who cares. January is all about fresh starts, and it's a great time to swap out the skincare products weighing your skin down in favor of a routine scientifically proven to transform your skin at the cellular level, something today's sponsor, OneSkin, knows all about. Their products are powered by OS1, which is a proprietary peptide the four founders, who were all skin longevity scientists, developed after testing 900 other peptides. And it's scientifically proven to switch off the aging dysfunctional cells that cause lines, wrinkles, and thinning skin. Hello, I have all of those things. Not only that, OneSkin's products are packed with nourishing ingredients that I cannot pronounce to naturally boost your collagen, reduce inflammation, and protect skin from environmental stressors while being totally free of irritants like sulfates and fragrance. Are you ready to detox your routine, improve your skin health, and look your best? Head over to oneskin.co and use code Pink Shade at checkout for an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. Y'all know I've been using OneSkin, the face topical supplement and the eye topical supplement for a long time. I use both of these things first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I put it on my bare face because if you have other things you just love and you don't want to get rid of, that's fine. You put OneSkin on under it and then whatever you want on top. It's made a huge difference, you guys. It's because of that collagen boosting thing they've got in there. I don't know how it works. I just know it works. OneSkin was founded by and is led by an all-woman team of skin longevity scientists. OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS1 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self. Get 15% off with code PINKSHADE at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code PINKSHADE. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and say we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future self will thank you. Vanya says, maybe you choose younger women because they aren't on the same level with you in what they want out of the relationship. So
Right.
it's always going to be a failure.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I've had failure with women my same age too.
Then
So
you're the problem.
look inward. Look inward. So Sean says, okay, so they talked for 2 years. Sean says 2 years is a long time to get to know someone. But once Brian got to Brazil, Ingrid found out there was a lot to learn about Brian. Roll the tape.
Mm-hmm.
So we get the 3 things first. Sold drugs.
Yeah.
4 marriages and 3 fiancés.
Yeah.
And the catheter test. Like he's testing you to see if you'll help him with the catheter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like, wow, Brian, that's a lot. Now remember when they see this, they haven't seen the episodes. The
Not
cast.
all of them. Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So like, wow, Brian, that's a lot. And Ingrid does a thing with like, she does her fist to her face. Like bang, bang, bang.
Everyone's like, you're just getting hit with multiple things in a row. Yeah.
And so Sean says to Brianna, do you think it's okay that your dad was doing that test with her to test her to see how she would react? And she goes, no, it's cringy as his daughter. I don't know. I think he was nervous and maybe, they only see the good parts when they're on video chat. And Niles goes, no, hold on, wait. Is she just supposed to accept the thing about the drug dealer? And Lauren goes, for me, that's my everyday life. I'm used to being around drug dealers.
Oh my God.
He just shut up. Oh my God. Between he and Adnan, I guess I'd rather hear Lauren spew his bullshit.
Seriously, if anything, this episode made Lauren more likable in comparison.
Yeah, he should be grateful. So then they ask him about the age thing, lie number 4.
Yep.
And he goes, yeah, I lied on that site, but I'm a talker. Everybody knows my actual age. Duh.
I hated this segment. They all start blaming Ingrid for not doing the math.
Brianna goes, what do you mean she didn't know his actual age? Like, it's so hard to even believe you had feelings for him when there was so much you didn't know about him. She doesn't have ESP. How's she supposed to know?
Again, like we said, was she supposed to go, have you been married 4 times? Have you been engaged 3 times?
3 other times?
Like, how is she supposed to ask that if he's not volunteering that information?
You said you were 45,
value.
but you look 52. Are you 52?
No, if it says she's literally maybe naive, but that's not her fault. Like she literally took his words at face value.
And then just to be like, you stupid girl. Of course I'm 52. What?
I hated that. I was so mad at the daughter for jumping on that bandwagon.
Me too. And so she goes, I did only ever talk to Brian when he was happy and he never said his real age. And I had no idea about the marriages. He didn't tell me any of these things. And why does he have all of these women and all of these marriages and it never works out?
Mm-hmm.
And Brianna says because he's 52.
Okay. I
didn't understand that.
She is trying to gaslight us into thinking that it's normal for a 52-year-old to be married 4 times and have 3 engagements. She goes, he's 52. That's what happens when you're older. She literally said that's what because you're older. Like you have more time to have
but not 7. Not
7.
Not 7. No.
So Brianna lost me at that moment. Like does she really think that's normal?
I didn't. When she said because he's 52, I think she trying to say because he's 52 and he's dating 30-year-olds. That's why it doesn't work.
No,
but she didn't say that. She said because
no, she says it dismissively to Ingrid, like that's what happens. You have marriages and relationships and engagements when you're 52. When you're older, that's what happens. I thought that's maybe I'm misinterpreting, and maybe it
Somebody
was
tell us. Somebody
like
tell us.
you're saying, and I shouldn't be as mad at her. But I was so mad at her for trying to gaslight us and make it seem like that's normal.
Get ready to get more mad because Brian goes, hey. It's real easy to fire questions on me. But doesn't Ingrid have 2 kids with 2 baby daddies? Everybody was like, oh my God, dude. Everybody starts screaming, are you serious? Oh, by the way, doesn't Tiger Lily have 2 baby daddies? Fuck off. I was so mad. I was like, oh, now you're trying. We know that he drives around in his Uber telling people she was a prostitute. She just told us she's in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So they're all screaming. Are you serious? Are you serious? And Sean says, Ingrid, would you like to reply to that? And she says, no. If I exchange bullets with him, it will never stop. So just let him talk.
Good for her.
Good for her. But the use of the term bullets was maybe insensitive.
Oh, you're right.
But she says it'll never stop. So just let him talk, which I thought was great. It was great.
He again, I just said shot himself in the foot. You really do have to just stop talking. That's what I wish Niles had done with Adnan.
Yes.
Let them dig their own grave because these assholes are digging their own graves. Like he totally slut shamed her for having these 2 kids in her 30s. Right. There's nothing weird about that.
No.
And like it compares to him having 7 engagement marriages.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous.
So yeah, you're a drug dealer. You lied about your age. You've been engaged 7 times and you've lied about everything. And we're going to shame her for having 2 kids with 2 guys. All right. So Sean goes, Brianna, do you think your dad should be in a relationship? She goes, no, I think you should take a break. And they go, okay, great. Thank you, Brianna. We're not going to solve this today. Later on, we'll meet Brian's new girlfriend. Everybody's like, ooh, good job. Take a break.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that too, because God knows. All right, everybody goes to eat. This is when we're outside. It's Vanya, Niles, and Brian. They're talking about what Adnan did to trigger Niles to get so mad. Well, we all saw it.
This is when Veronica said, God, why are they beating up on poor Adnan?
I'm going to be texting her. And he says, it was the sugar daddy thing. That's what made me so mad. You can have a go at me, but don't have a go at my family. Don't have a go at my wife. And my dad was sitting right there. And they're like, Adnan,
he has an IV in his fake arm. Leave him alone.
How strange. I'm never going to get over how dumb that was of myself. I'm stupid. So they're saying Adnan just likes to hear himself talk. And Niles goes, if he gets to fucking around with my family, he's going to lose his ability to talk. Oh, wow. And Vanya says, well, I think it's really great, actually, that you're standing up for your wife. I think that was really great. And he goes, well, Matilda and I got to tell you, our marriage is the strongest in the room. And Brian goes, yeah, but I don't like that you guys are on that rushed into marriage group because you didn't talk about the important things beforehand, like how many kids you wanted to have or who pays for things. And Vanya goes, yeah, you didn't talk about the important stuff. And he goes, thinking about it now, there are a lot of things that we don't agree on. And she has strong opinions on things, but we don't let it escalate into fights. We talk it through. All right. So
except that one time.
So now we flip to inside. Adnan and Tiger Lily have their food and they go to sit with Lauren and Joey. And he says, I'm going to hand you your food and you have to go sit someone else because I'm not comfortable with you around these 2 men for all the bad things they might say. Joey's completely ignoring him. He's eating his food. He's literally acting like I can't see you.
And I wish he would have got up and walked away. Like, I don't care if that's mean lunch, school time, like lunch table.
Yeah.
Like, get up and walk away. He just sent his wife away.
Yeah. Totally ignoring.
Makes her go sit in a corner and eat by herself.
And Lauren's smiling at him and goes, what? Why? What? And Lauren goes, we have your back, right? We have your back, Adnan. And looks at Joey. Joey doesn't even look up. Not only does he not answer, he doesn't look up.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Adnan to get on that stage and start trying to do to Joey what he was doing to Niles. Do you love me? Do you respect my family? Do you see Joey's will stand up and punch him, I think. He's just knock him with those big shoulders.
With those slopey shoulders.
Sorry. So Joey says in his talking head, Joey goes, yeah, Adnan is controlling, and you can tell she watches what she says around him. Look, they have a kid, and that's awesome, but I hope over time he can trust other people aren't going after his wife, because that's not the case. I'm just not a fan of that type of thing.
Mm-mm.
Y'all, let's talk about therapy. I've had so many good experiences with therapists in my life. Therapy has helped me get through tough experiences in my personal life as well as in my working life. And sometimes you feel like you have nothing to talk to your therapist about, but then something always comes up and you walk away feeling better. You know, finding a therapist you trust shouldn't be complicated or cost you a fortune, and that's why today's sponsor, Rula, was formed. Rula connects you with high-quality, vetted, licensed medical health professionals that are suited for you. And here's the best part. They take most major insurance plans. That means instead of paying hundreds out of pocket, you could pay as little as $15 per session. The great thing about Rula is they support you every step of the way, from finding a therapist to scheduling your sessions to tracking your progress to dealing with the insurance. They make it happen. Getting started is easy. They ask you a few questions about what you're looking for in a therapist, like what's your insurance, what type of care are you looking for, and your preferences. And from there, Rula will match you with an in-network provider who will fit your criteria. You can book your first session as much as like the next day. So right now I'm in between therapists, so I checked out Rula, and it's a great website. It's easy breezy to use. And what I like is, first, the help with the insurance part, and second, Rula makes sure their providers are carefully screened and vetted, and they monitor the quality of their care, and Rula helps you monitor your progress as well. Also, most online therapy programs focus on connecting clients with licensed therapists, but they often fall short when it comes to help with medication management. Rula has a wide range of licensed professionals, including psychiatrists, who will help you get the care you need. Rula is the place to go for your mental health care, even if you're not sure exactly what you need. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to rula.com/pinkshade to get started today. That's Rula, RULA.com/pinkshade. After you sign up, they'll say, hey, where'd you hear about us? Make sure to support our show and say Pink Shade sent you. So you're going to go to Rula.com, RULA.com/pinkshade, and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who cares.
Your neighborhood just got cooler with Kroger Delivery's refrigerated trucks. Simply order groceries at the same great prices online as in-store, and we'll bring them to you fresh every time. And if that wasn't cool enough, you can now earn 4 times the fuel points after 4 with your digital coupon. Choose a next-day Kroger delivery time slot for 4 p.m. or later on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Must deliver by February 4th. Restrictions apply. See Kroger.com for details.
So back outside, Niles and Brian and Vanya, they ask Brian how he felt about Ingrid being there. And Vanya goes, is there any animosity? He goes, oh, no, I just let her blab her mouth and talk her shit. And, God, that's in the past.
Vanya, just why are you talking to Brian?
So he rolls off. And as they roll off, Vanya goes, I didn't like the way he was speaking to her. And he's like and Niles goes, yeah, he's like a creep. And she goes, yeah, total creepo.
That's what I've been calling him.
Which I loved it.
Because it's literally the word. That's the word.
The word is creep.
His behavior. Yeah.
And even with the way he was acting about Magda, he was like, really?
Sleazy.
Yeah, she's hot, huh? She likes it hot. Yeah. Okay, calm down, Darcy. All right.
His poor daughter.
So back inside.
I know I'm mad at her, but I still feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too. Back inside, Lauren asked Adnan, you okay? And he goes, all the day they're just saying Adnan controlling. They want to change me. They want to change Adnan. And Lauren.
Okay, why are we talking about you in the third person?
I don't know. Lauren is stirring the pot. And Lauren says about Niles, I don't know. It seems like to me you just asked him a simple question, whether or not he respects your family and loves your family and wants your family good. And he doesn't give you a yes or a no.
What are you doing, Lauren?
Trying to stir the pot. And Adnan goes, in the beginning I cared, but now I don't. And I don't want to watch my words anymore. What?
When were you watching your words?
He says, I don't want to watch my words anymore. I will not be wishing the best for Niles. I don't care about him. Sir, are we watching the same show? What are you talking about? Oh, my God. So Niles says,
I can't tell if Lauren is stirring the pot or if he's like trying to hitch his wagon to like, does he think like Adnan's like the cool guy there or something?
It wouldn't be the first time he's had the wrong read on the room.
Yeah.
So Niles says, to Vanya, Niles says, he's talking about Adnan. He says, I think I just need to explain to him that if he talks like that to people, he's going down. Mm-hmm. And even the best of us, those that are men among men. And Vanya goes, here he is. They're not outside anymore. Vanya says, here he is. So Niles is like, I just need to explain to him that he's in the States now. And if he talks down to people like that, if he keeps talking condescendingly, somebody's going to punch him out. They're in fucking Texas. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to shoot him.
Yeah.
And, I'm just saying that, guys, because Texas is legal with their guns. They're free flowing with their guns.
Yeah.
And Vanya says, oh, here he is. And Adnan goes, guys, it is not nice to meet you. You are not nice with me. And he starts to turn off, and Niles goes, he starts to walk off, and Niles goes up to him and says, what you did was not cool. Not cool at all, because you did that in front of my daddy, my father, the man who sat me on his knee as a youngster.
Taught me to ride a bike.
He says, why did you pull that stunt? And Adnan says, oh, I respect your father, but I did it because you don't respect me. And he's smiling right in his face. And Niles says, do you know what people down south do to people who do that kind of stuff? And he's right up on him, pulling his glasses. The security guys walks up and goes, hey, Niles, back off, Niles. And Adnan, with a smile on his face, goes, don't bet on yourself. Next time on, everybody piles on Lauren. I'm here for it.
Yay!
Yay! Everybody yells at Lauren. He's going to go, I have a story about another time it was a pile on. So Vanya says, hearing the way Adnan talks to you, Tiger Lily, my heart hurts for you. And Adnan says, the problem is, and you're not happy. Why? And Vanya goes, I'm perfectly happy with myself. I just want to make sure she is treated with respect. And Adnan goes, she like it. She love it. She have man with her. So it's better to have a man treat you like shit than have no man at all.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
She has a penis around.
Yeah. Rory, live from Ohio. It's Rory.
He looks so uncomfortable to be there.
And everybody kind of jumps on Vea about the Rory thing, saying like, you should have told, Sonny, which she should have.
He knows she made a huge mistake.
And Adnan says, Rory, you like to be a spare tire? And we see Sonny smile and raise his one eyebrow. He's like, more? Yeah. Totally. I had paused it to take a note, and I was like, oh my God, the eyebrow, he was trying to do like that.
One side.
It was just one side, but the whole thing. I hope they ask him about his eyebrows.
Oh, that would be Sean should.
Sean, we got 4 more hours.
Viewers had a lot to say on X about your fashion, Sonny. They're talking about manscaping a lot. I could totally see that happening.
So then we see Yoshiko, who says, sex-wise, we did 1 or 2 positions the whole time. She cries and goes, wow, thanks for sharing that, Yoshiko. I wasn't going to go there, but now I will. Without my knowledge, he took a video of us having sex. And everybody's like, whoa, not cool. Oh my God. Everybody screams.
Horrified, except for Adnan, who's probably like, yes, that's what you're allowed to do to a woman.
She is property, and he can do what he wants with his property. Yeah. Yep.
I'm horrified.
Yeah, so there's a lot more to go. 4 more hours. There's a lot more to go. And
4 more hours? I'm just going to be
4.
surprised every time.
Next week, I'm going to go, well, this is part 3 of 4. And you're going to be like, there's 4 parts. Listen, I know everybody has been posting about the new season of OG that's coming after this. I have not looked at one clip. I have not looked at the press stuff they've sent me. I like to be surprised.
Oh, okay. So I sent you an article, so you didn't look at
No,
who
I
the
didn't because I don't
cast
want to know.
members are.
Mm-mm.
It's not all new faces.
Oh, okay. Well, then do tell me that part. Because I know there's a throuple and people were talking about that.
There's a throuple.
Uh-huh.
There's two couples from Love in Paradise.
Okay, tell me who.
The trans woman and
Yes.
the older guy who's like a hairdresser or makeup artist or something.
He
And
looks like the
fell
Burger King.
for her when she was identifying as a man.
Yes.
And now is trying to see if he still loves her as a woman.
Yeah, and he's 64 and she's 25.
100%. And she seems to want the best. She wants to be like J-Lo, like the best jewelry, makeup, hair, clothes. She wants butt implants. She
doesn't need a butt implant. Her butt is so perfect.
She's so gorgeous.
But she wanted to get this brow bone shaved a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, their names will come to me like right when we're done with this. But he looks like Burger King and she's
he looks
yeah.
Burger King, he does.
Yes,
he looks
yes.
exactly like the Burger King. And I can't remember who the second couple is from Love in Paradise. Oh, I think it's the couple that met on a cruise ship when he was working and he's kind of a playboy. And she has two sons. I think it's that couple, and then she got pregnant.
He's from Colombia.
Yeah, I think that's them.
Yeah.
And then do you want to know who the other couple is that you're going to know? You can guess. It's someone that
No, I don't want to guess. I want you just to tell me.
Shekinah and Sarper.
Oh, Jesus. I think I do know that now that you said it because Amy Archer's very excited because she loves Sarper. Because he's such a cartoon.
Yeah, he is. He's growing on me.
Was it Matt that was telling you that Shekinah is like super respected in the field?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like well known in the LA area as an esthetician.
Okay, good for her.
Yeah.
What's his job going to be?
I know. That'll be very interesting if he's going to work and how fast they're going to get married.
Listen, nobody would look at him twice in LA.
No, he looks like
every other fuckboy in LA is what he looks like. Yeah.
That's going to be interesting for him to be not special.
Right. Kimberly, how is it going with the Amazon list that you set up? How's that going?
Good. Everyone has donated so much stuff. Mary Payne donated such a generous amount of things.
Seriously. No, I want to, like I told you, I'm going to keep looking at it. And when it gets to be like in a couple of weeks that people have forgotten about it, I want to go back because it's like a wedding registry. Like it's like cots. We need 10, and it's like somebody had bought 1 of 10. So I was like, well, let me buy 2. I was like, let me buy things that people aren't buying.
And I just randomly picked those amounts too, so I can always go in and like up them. But I know there's tons of places taking donations and also just money donations, like to the Humane Society and the Pasadena Animal Shelter and the Red Cross and
there's
the World Kitchen.
Yeah.
So
Jose
there's
Andre.
lots of places. Yeah.
There's a comedian that I follow, Chris Garcia, and I followed him. And it's one of those things where like you follow me, you don't know why. It's because a long time ago, he had a really great podcast and I was trying to interview him and it never happened. The podcast was about like his father having dementia and eventually passing away. And the podcast was sort of about that journey and him remembering his childhood. And then he later had people on that podcast that talked about the passing of their parents. I think Casey Wilson was on there. Karen Kilgariff, my best friend of my mind, was on there. It was a really good podcast. And so I think that's why I follow him originally, Chris Garcia Comedy. So he has been posting, this was my child's favorite daycare teacher who is from Altadena, who lost her whole house and her parents lost their whole house, and he had set up a GoFundMe. So I just went in and donated to that. I was like, okay, great. Cause it's legit. This is his child's daycare provider, but favorite preschool teacher, whatever. Then I saw that someone had set up one for him. So he was posting all these things and not even posting about himself.
Oh,
which was, so I was like, well, I'm going to go post. I'm going to go donate to him too.
Yeah.
And every time I'm doing it, like these people, I literally have no, I'm giving like $50 or $100. But if, like we were saying, like with the Niles thing, if everybody just jumps on and gives, some money, then it helps.
Absolutely.
it helps. And I jumped on the Spencer and Heidi thing. I was playing it. I bought her album, $8.
It's like number 2 on the charts.
Yeah.
They're hashtag winning, except
Yeah.
didn't he buy like $1 million worth of crystals? So did they lose all those crystals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then somebody else was like, on TikTok was like, hear me out. What if all those crystals that exploded in Spencer Guy's house are putting good juju all over the
They seem
Palisades?
to be doing really well. It's like
Yeah.
at least Spidey is. They're having like a renaissance. A Spidey sons.
I've always loved them because they really were on that show. And then after it was off, they were like, the whole thing was fake. We were fake. I came in as the villain. He was a reality producer before that. So he's like, I knew how to make it work.
Yeah.
And they are just, all he ever talks about, I hear him on Heather McDonald's podcast all the time. He just talks about like how great Heidi is, what a great mother is, how much she loves her.
They seem to really be in love. Yeah.
And they've been together all this time. You can't say that about any of those people on reality shows.
I know. And I remember her plastic surgery journey.
Me too. That was wild. But here's the thing. Yes, I bought her Spotify thing for $8, but then I gave $100 to Chris Garcia comedies thing. And then I gave another $100 to his daycare workers thing. So it's just like wherever you see something that you know is legit, like your list that you did, I'm like, I'll donate to that.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything else.
Someone said they should have a reality show where they're rebuilding their lives, Spidey, and it's called The Rest is Still Unwritten. Because that was the song
from but no, they'd have to do it.
It was really funny.
Spidey takes over. It was very interesting, guys, and I will recommend this, whether you like Juicy Scoop, Heather McDonald or not. She did have him on, and it was very moving because he was talking a lot. He goes, people, they shit on California or whatever. He goes, and I say, I'm not from California. I'm from the Palisades. He grew up in the Palisades. He's like a surfer kid. He grew up with like Brody Jenner being his best friend. Like, went to whatever was the Palisades High School. He's like, so he goes, yeah, absolutely. That's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. We're not moving to Santa Monica. He's like, no, this is where we are.
And there's also a lot of working class people in these areas in like Altadena. There's like a really strong Black community there that is like one of the first like middle-class Black communities where people were like traveling to escape Jim Crow laws. Like I saw this whole thing on it, like this historic community that lost all of their homes. Like there's lots of, it's not just like all the celebrities.
No. And so many people I think live in the Pacific Palisades are not celebrities, or people that live in Malibu are not celebrities. They are just like little surf communities or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, no, I don't think anybody needs to send $100 to Kevin Costner or whoever. No, but if there's a fund like what you're talking about, like a World Kitchen or the thing that you set up that's on your guys' social media now, where it's an Amazon list of, tell me exactly what the Amazon list is for, because it's basics that people need.
Yeah, it's basics. It's from this community, this group called Global something. Global, I'll get it. The Pandemic of Love is one of the things of it. And then it is called I want to make sure I get it right. It is,
and you can go
Global Empowerment Mission, which is a really, really good charity, like 501c and all of that. 4 stars on Charity Navigator, and Pandemic of Love was recognized by CNN Heroes, and like they're good organizations. Yeah, and so it's just a wish list, and it's being sent directly to a warehouse and being delivered every day. They go and deliver stuff to people in need. So it's like food, like pantry items, like toiletries, batteries, cots.
Oh, I selected like women's tennis shoes, children's tennis shoes, like a decent brand.
Pads, like it's really, they gave us a list of what to ask for, and so I put that stuff on the list.
Yeah. So you guys, if you want to donate to something that is legit, do that. Or just anytime you see anybody, like I was saying, like the guy with the Chris Garcia, he was doing it for his child's teacher or whatever. So if you see that, you're like, okay, that's legit, because, it's so easy to, that happens so much.
The scamming.
It's scamming. Yeah. So, everybody.
But also any charity that you see like that is for any cause around the world that you believe in, and you do your research and like, donate because people are not taking care of other people. So let's do it. We have to do it ourselves because the big billionaires are not doing it.
No. They're at the inauguration.
Yeah.
And I will tell you too that we have to talk about the people in North Carolina. There's still, all these homes were lost due to that huge flood they had. So Bethany Be Strong is also doing a lot for the people in North Carolina. So I can't list you 12 things that North Carolina. I know Matt and Jake had a really good one on their Instagram. Jake had researched and found a really good organization for those people that needed from that flood. And also Be Strong, Bethany's. Listen, love or hate Bethany, her Be Strong.
I mean, I think everyone hates her, but like no one has a bad thing to say about her organization. Like
she's exactly right.
She's pushy and she gets stuff done. And I think she is doing good things.
And she knows a lot of rich people that just have planes that can just fly a plane somewhere,
Yeah.
And she mostly, what she really focuses on is giving people cash cards, like Visa gift cards or whatever that have $1,000 on it, whatever she goes. Sometimes people literally just need money to go online to like buy all their shit,
Yeah.
So everybody, donate where you can and keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers and whatever. If you're atheist like Vea and you pray to nothing, then Vea, we don't want your money. Just kidding. She's not atheist, guys. Oh my God.
God forbid.
Listen, if she is, who cares? It's nobody's business.
Who cares?
You guys, I will be here on Thursday. I'm doing Pop and Bravo with Ace Fanning. Ace and Caitlin have a couple of popular podcasts.
Yeah.
And he's going to be on Thursday, and we're going to be talking about pop culture and Bravo. And then, of course, Sold on SLC. We're covering that over on the $10 Patreon Supercast level. And I will tell you guys that I have an interview with Malaysia of Sold on SLC. That's her name. Her name is Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
and
going to ask.
That's her name. And she is going to be on, and I'm going to put that on the free feed as a bonus on Friday for everybody. Because Sold on SLC, there's only 8 episodes. I think we're like on 6. It's a really, really good show on Bravo. It's right after Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And you could catch up. It's like, whoa, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. It's not so much about the like wearing the high heels and showing the real estate. It's more about the drama in the real estate office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And one guy, this Mormon guy, just got called out for being a patron of the strip clubs. Yeah. And he's like, I had to apologize to my wife. And I was like, God. Now we know why he's broke. He's up in the club. Throwing out those ones, baby. Everybody follow Kimberly and Katie. They have a great podcast. It's called A Date with Dateline. And they talk about Dateline.
Thank you.
And are you going to have a new episode this week? Because I watched I think I watched Friday's episode.
Yeah, little piece of perfect piece of paradise. Something like that.
Friday's episode was about that crazy dude on the burn fire.
Yeah. A little patch of perfect. Big Daddy. His name was Big Daddy.
Are they in Kentucky?
No, Georgia.
Okay. Because the accents were real familiar to me. Yeah. So I've been following that case on Jody Weber's Patreon. She talks about it.
Oh.
She followed the whole trial.
That's good. I didn't know anything about it.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, yeah. I can't wait. Okay. That's something to look forward to for me on Wednesday.
Yeah. It's a bit like Succession. There's just like lots of drama amongst the family. There's
brothers, sisters.
Yeah.
Everybody hates the mom.
Yeah.
They hate that mom. They all hate her. Wow. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week to get part 3 of 4 of the tell-all.
4?
Yeah. Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.